Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Season 9, Episode 11 of Adventure Time. Last we got Abstract, and I went back and rewatched the entire miniseries, Elements, and then rewatched Abstract. I also rewatched Orb. So basically, I rewatched entire Season 9. It isn't hard to do if you're not doing editing and reacting and stuff like that. You could easily binge watch the first 9 or 10 episodes in like 2 hours, give or take. Either way, I rewatched the whole thing, and I have a lot of questions. I knew this at the end of Elements, but there are so many unanswered questions and so many things we have to tie up in the next season and a half. And there's only 4 episodes left in Season 9. We're going to watch them all in a row right now, and then all we'll have left is Season 10, which I believe has another 14 episodes, maybe less. Here's the things off the top of my head. I never write anything down. I kind of just wing it for the sake of just wanting to know what I remember. If I write things down, maybe it'll help, but I've never done that, and it seems like I get along just fine having endless things to talk about. Magic Man, aka Normal Man, has now reappeared at the end of Elements. Betty teleports. I think the machine exploded. I'm not really clear. I don't know why is what I'm saying. There was like a generator that Betty was attached to. She was trying to do that thing and the generator exploded. But regardless of how or what or why, she gets teleported, I'm assuming, to Mars. Normal Man looked like he was sitting there on the throne, and he said something, I don't remember exactly what it was, but that's a thing. Then we have Sweet Pea. We know he's got the lich in him, but now his other horn fully grew, and Sweet Pea said, "Oh no," or something like that. I cannot remember the things they said exactly, but he said something that acknowledged that something is going to happen. And the fact that he is the Lich in some sort of form, we also had the Lich's hand fall into all these alternate dimensions and go all over the place. And one giant hand fell in our world, I believe. Wasn't there like a giant Lich hand in our world? I can't remember specifically, but I'm pretty sure that was a thing. There's so many other things. Ice King. Ice King lost the gem, or one of the 3 gems in his crown. What was that about? They made it a point to acknowledge it fall to the ground, and then, I don't know. There's all these things, but the way the last episode ended, because that was the first episode outside of the Elements, the fact that it didn't acknowledge any of these things except Jake. Jake turned into this giant alien version. I did go back and I refreshed my memory, and Jake's father, I said it in the episode, I'm like, I forget exactly how it went down, but Jake was injected or something. Jake's father was impregnated by this alien, and that is how Jake was born. So Jake is now in the form of this alien, looks very similar to it. He has these visions and all this stuff happens. We see all these people praying to what looked like it. Jeremiah comes in, and he's like, yeah, Dad said this would happen, so I'm here to tell you blah, 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 blah. He paints a bunch of crap. Jake has an epiphany of all this art and turns back into Yellow Jake. The whole time, Finn was totally on board with, you are who you want to be, and I am comfortable. You're my brother. I love you. Everything was sweet, sunshine and rainbows, but there are lots of things unanswered. I'm jumping in. You guys want to be way ahead. Full unedited episodes of all the shows on the channel. Seasons out of what you're seeing. Hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. If you're seeing this on YouTube, we are done in full with this entire series, even Distant Lands, onto other things, dozens of other shows you'll never see on YouTube. Link at the end. If not, Adventure Time, Season 9, Episode 11. I totally forgot to take down the black screen. Ketchup is the name of this one, and it was BMO and what looked like Marceline. Where'd I put my case for my base? What? Base to my face. Base to my face.
Good evening, ma'am. I just now heard that a bunch of vampires come back to Ooh.
Van Helsing.
Show me all your vampires.
I feel like BMO is Van Helsing.
Got wiped out 6 months ago.
I apologize for the intrusion.
I need your help with something.
BMO just came rolling up, hunting vampires.
It's an old USB drive. I found it in the attic, and I've been trying to access it for weeks using my old hardware. Maybe you'll have more luck.
I also hunt data recovery.
I love it. BMO. Oh my God, it's going to take forever.
It's going to be a while.
Let's use this opportunity to catch up.
Catch up.
Ketchup, did you make it yourself?
Searching. Oh my God, are we going to have a... No way. Are you kidding me?
For 100 days.
No
We
way!
landed on a small island. We decided to take a nap. The island started shaking.
It's a creature.
We were really sleeping on a big cat with legs on his back. He said his name was Ted.
My name is Ted.
Whoa! Whoa!
What the hell is going? Oh my god.
Finn sang a song even though he was asleep.
What
I
is?
wanna ride on a boat, boat, boat. I'm on a cat that floats, floats, floats.
And we disappeared into the clouds.
That's how you remember
Oh,
it?
I have embellished. So, what did you do while I was on my trip?
Puppets.
Puppets.
Oh my blocks!
Little Princess
So happy right
Bubblegum.
now.
This is like the second
Beam
puppet
away.
show I think we had this season. What was the other one?
Lollipop girl.
Princess Bubblegum?
Yes.
So, there was this lollipop girl. Her best friend was Rockstar Girl.
Rockstar Girl.
They lived on a giant birthday cake called Weekend City, and everyone was chill as heck.
What?
Go get tickled and do not kill.
Is this how Marceline got affected?
A mysterious cold fart brought the evil blue tranche into town.
Patient St. Pim.
Hey there!
Lollipop Girl turned her down cold.
I'll never get these normies to understand what they're missing. Your potato.
The blue tranche crop dusted the whole town, turning everyone into potato heads. Her potato was growing potatoes on potatoes, and I mean crazy tall, 12 giants tall.
What the f-
Oh,
She fought back the curse.
She fought. Okay, this is when she became Marshmalline. So PB is becoming the tower.
Promised Lollipop Girl she would save her.
It's like a beanstalk. And
Traveled all the way to Potato Town. Hey, Blue Trench!
faced off with Patient St. Pim.
Migraines! It turned out the Blue Trench's head was too dense to appreciate good music.
There! Are you happy now?
yes!
Rockstar Girl wasn't really sure if the Blue Trench gave her the real antidote, but the potato curse had started to spread faster.
I want to know how it ended.
Rockstar Girl used her last bit of strength to climb the potato stalk. That Lollipop Girl was a completely different person. All she wanted was to have her best friend back. She was gone.
Did she eat it? Oh,
She decided to embrace her fate, to explode into stardust.
What? Okay, but she was you, right?
Come on, you had a cat with legs on its back. I guess I just got some stuff that's harder to talk about.
Pancakes are ready!
pancakes
Oh.
are ready.
Burp.
So, what's on the drive?
Is that it?
I will show you.
That was like an octopus and a crab? What was that? Is this islands?
BMO, pause slideshow.
Wait, what is there a portal? What is that? Oh, that's the light, I think. That looks like one of that looks like the island where the...
Marceline?
Why don't you tell me a story about the little girl and the nice lady?
Once there was a lady who lived in the moon. She was called Moon Lady.
What?
And she could only come out during lunar eclipses. Hello, little girl.
Oh my god.
Who are you? They swam in the dirty ocean water
This is all
and
just-
rode horses or something. But soon the eclipse started to vanish because eclipses cannot last forever. But the little girl never forgot the Moon Lady or their friendship.
I think I've heard a story like that. That was beautiful, BMO.
Well, it's a beautiful picture. The end.
All right, guys, so that was kind of like a deep episode. I didn't have a lot to say because it was a lot of explaining, and a lot of it is probably not based on a whole lot of truth. I don't know. BMO's was off the handle. BMO's like, we were sailing for 100 days. We hit an island. The island ended up being a giant flying cat with legs on its back so that it could spin around and flip if it wants. And then they floated into the sky, and that's where it all just goes off the rails. And I don't know what the heck was going on. But BMO's it might have been true up to the point where they hit an island and then maybe they did something. I don't know where to begin and end with BMO as far as truth goes. But Marceline puts on a puppet show, and she basically says in a weird roundabout way that Princess Bubblegum was living in her bubblegum world. This is where I'm not clear on. Patient St. Pim comes over, and it looked like Princess Bubblegum's world was already covered in pink. So am I to understand that even after the giant blast, they still had enough consciousness or enough ability to control themselves? Or did Marceline just say it how she saw it or out of some sort of weird order? Because I was under the impression, based on what Ice King said, but that's another guy that we can't really trust the opinion of. He said that he saw Betty being used as a battery. There was an explosion of power, and then all the worlds turned to what they were. But when Marceline was explaining everything, she was calling it Sweet Dream World or something like that. It was all pink, like as if it already all turned into candy. And she was saying all the people were just totally relaxed and had not a care in the world, just how the candy people were. They were very like, I don't give a crap. Like, we're all just happy. It is what it is. They didn't have a lot of memories or emotion, but they were all happy. And it seemed like that's how Marceline was explaining it. She was avoiding the curse. So it had to be the case because everyone already turned and Marceline was trying to avoid the curse or whatever you want to call it, the turning into candy. So that had to be the case. Then Patient St. Pim comes along. She does her thing. Princess Bubblegum is like turning into a giant tower. And Marceline basically is the one to start fending things off and go to Patient St. Pim. She comes back with an antidote, but we still don't know if the antidote was real or not because Princess Bubblegum doesn't take it because she's already fully turned. Marceline could have took it, and they're trying to show Marceline was willing to just give in. She flat out said, I was willing to just succumb to whatever it was, let it take me over and be whatever it is, because all my friends, including Princess Bubblegum, who clearly has a much deeper relationship with Marceline than originally thought, or I don't know, for a couple seasons now, we've been thinking that they've had some sort of relationship, like a romantic relationship. We see them together at weird times where they're just hanging out and they make weird comments. And I mean, it's clear that something's going on. We've never confirmed it, but she basically gave up because Princess Bubblegum was gone. But then everything is done and she turns into a giant blast of star sparks. And then we get the USB drive and BMO sees an image, or not an image, a video of Marceline as a child with this lady who I'm assuming is her mother. And it looked like she was on the island, the same beach where Finn and his dad escaped, and Finn's mother was there when the criminals got arrested. It looked like that exact section of beach. I don't know. Is it possible that, I mean, Marceline is 1,000 years old plus, so the mom isn't still alive, but is it possible that Marceline's mother had some sort of major impact on Finn's mother and the world they were in before Finn's mother became like super AI and all that stuff? I don't know. I'm jumping into the next one. You guys want to be way ahead, full on edited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. If you're seeing it on YouTube, we are done and full with everything Adventure Time, including Distant Lands and on to other things. Dozens of exclusives you'll only see there. Link in front. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.